first like musical moments that you recall as a kid? And what like made you think? I know you went to school for film, but you said you were playing keys, since you were a kid, right? When was like that earliest moment that you remember saying that, hey, I'm going to stick with this and continue with it, beyond just like my parents wanting me to do lessons?
I love that you asked me that question. No one has ever asked me that question. Yeah, I knew at age 3.
Okay.
I was the daughter that begged for a piano, and so I remember at age maybe 4, I got one of those little Schroeder pianos for Christmas. I was so excited, and then at age 5, we got one of those upright pianos, and I started taking piano lessons, and it really stuck my whole life. And then my parents saw how it blessed my life, so they made everyone take music lessons. Wow. So we all play piano in our house. Growing up, and except my one brother who can't hear, he's deaf. He obviously doesn't play, but there are 5 kids in my family, and 4 of us play. Nice. But I'm the one that became the professional musician, and it doesn't mean that I'm the best player. I think my younger sister plays better than I do, but I was more of a creative. Like I could never play what was on the page. I can never stick to the page, even though I have a bachelor's degree and I had to do the whole classical thing, and I can do that. I always add notes.
Always
coloring
outside
it.
the lines.
Yeah, like I'm like, I don't like the way this is arranged. I stay true. If it's Bach, I'm a huge Baroque fan. I listen to Bach to calm me, right? But yeah, I just always was creative. So I knew at age 10 that I remember getting we didn't even have CDs or anything. I don't even think we had cassettes then. We had records.
Or maybe the 8-track.
Yeah. And so I would buy sheet music, right? And so I remember I went to the store and it was Barry Manilow, I write the songs.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing.
Absolutely. And so like I love that sheet music. And then my dad bought me a book. And I was like, this isn't like the record. So I began to like try to play it more like the record. So I was kind of an anomaly in the fact that I could read, but I could also play by ear. So I would be kind of in both camps, which was
best of both worlds.
That's a good, because I know a lot of musicians who, if it's not on the page, they're not comfortable with improvising.
Yeah.
I play jazz. That's one of the areas I focus. And with jazz, it's more, everybody can read, but not like a classical player. And I've had friends who are, at ASO, close to the ASO.
Sure.
She was divorced and we dated, and her husband's a number 2 violist now in the ASO.
Oh, wow.
Everything they do is, they're inside that box to read. They're great readers, but with like jazz, it's really more.
Right. No, I love that you brought that up. And so it was, I love that we're jumping around. I feel like I'm not closing any topic.
That's what we do.
Is that you do? Okay.
Jump around,
Okay.
So it's
yeah.
pretty much anything goes. So.
All right. That's super fun. So let's jump then. So I had before I finished my degree, I had gone to another school. Before I transferred to Georgia State, I had taken years of lessons with Ted Howe.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a jazzer in this town, everybody takes from Ted. And so I remember seeing his little ad in Creative Loafing.
Okay.
And I remember
that's what made you call him or whatever.
Made me call him,
great.
And up until that point, just to bridge it together a little bit, is I said that I got the piano and I played, but I was that person who played all throughout high school. I was gigging while I was in high school.
Yeah, that's great.
And then I was in bands once I hit 18. But I reached a point where I kind of reached a level in my playing that I needed some help. I knew I had moved to Atlanta. I was in a band playing the circuit, Carlos McGee's, the whole thing. And how long have you lived in Atlanta?
About 25 years.
Okay, so you probably remember all the clubs.
I really I started doing music full time about 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay.
And so I moved down with a company, and I was traveling. I was gone all the time, or a lot, traveling all over the country with a job.
You were making money.
Yeah, I was taking.
You
care
weren't
of
serious
business.
about music.
Now I'm retired, so I'm doing
Yeah.
what I love, which is play. And I'm a bass player. I play electric bass primarily.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
tried.